And I'm very pleased and proud at this time to be joined by former St. John Sea Dogs defenseman Simon Despres. Simmer, welcome back to St. John. How's it feel to be back in your old home?
Feels really good to be back in St. John. It's a nice day too. It's been sunny outside. It's very good to see the players I used to play with, the Billets families, and the people from St. John. It's such a nice place to play, and it was a lot of nice memories. Played here for 4 years, and we won the Memorial Cup. And it's a special moment to always come back in the city and see everybody that I used to live here with.
Yeah, you were a first overall pick in this franchise back in 2007 as well, and as you mentioned, 4 years in a Sea Dog uniform. Memorial Cup, obviously a big memory for you. What do you remember about those days? What do you remember about the team and how hard you guys worked in order to reach the top of the mountain?
The first thing that pops in my mind is team chemistry. The team was really close. A lot of friendships were made, and it was some of those years were the best years of my career and the most fun we had. It was a fun time to be here, and a lot of special memories, and it's good to be back to see all those guys and live those memories again.
Do they immediately come to mind as soon as you see those faces, like last night when you met up with the guys and got a chance to see some of them, maybe even for the first time since those days?
Yeah, well, it's always, for sure. Every time I see these guys, I don't see them a lot since I left. Everyone went on with their life, with their pro careers or with their university or whatever they went to. And some of the guys I won the cup I haven't even seen since we left. So to have a chance to come back every summer and to see those guys, it's always fun.
When you look back to yourself as a 16-year-old, coming to the St. John Sea Dogs, do you feel like it was the right choice for you to make?
Yeah, looking back, it was definitely the right choice. It worked out pretty well, and it was a great experience to live in New Brunswick, St. John, and made a lot of special friends here. And I played with Kirkpatrick, Stephen Anthony, and we were drafted in 2007 together, and we finished our careers 4 years later with the Memorial Cup, and to finish a junior career that way was very special for me and those two guys and the rest of the team.
Anything you would change about the experience? Anything you'd like to maybe do over?
No, I have no regrets. I think it was a lot of learning experiences here. Made a lot of mistakes, but learned from them, and we won a lot here. I learned how to win. It was a winning team. My 18 and my 19-year-old year, and we broke a bunch of records, and every time you're on a winning team, it's always a great time, and as you might know, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. You mentioned earlier on and a couple of times through this conversation that community was obviously very important to you, and that it was almost like a family atmosphere with the Sea Dogs, and that's one of the reasons why it's so easy for you to come back here. Can you expand on that a little bit and just tell us what it was like and how close everybody got here?
Well, junior hockey, the life is in the morning you go to school together, and then you go to practice, and then you go to the games, then you travel together. So you're pretty much a family for 8 months during the year. You see each other 24 hours a day, pretty much 7 days a week, and it's like your brothers. And that's what's tough about it is that each year you lose some guys and you might not ever see them again. And that's what's tough about hockey, but it's also special. You create a lot of friendships and people you'll always remember the rest of your life.
Now, of course, you moved on to the National Hockey League with the Pittsburgh Penguins organization. Now, of course, you're an Anaheim Duck. Tell us about the change, moving east to west and being a part of the Ducks.
Well, it was my first time got traded in my life. I spent my 4 years in St. John, never got traded, and it was a shock to me. I was not pleased with the trade, and made it my mission to prove them wrong, and I used that as my motivation. And Anaheim, I got fortunate. I got traded to a first-place team in the West, and they gave me an opportunity, and I took full advantage of it. There was a lot of good defensemen over there, and I had a lot of competition, but I knew what I had to do. All the stuff I learned in St. John and in Pittsburgh I used over there, and played solid, sound defense, and we almost had a good chance to go to the finals. We lost in the third round to Chicago in Game 7, and that was a great experience. I had a blast playing for Anaheim in the playoffs, and something I always remember.
So do you think over the course of the weekend here, you're going to get a chance to meet some of the new Sea Dogs? You've already met some of them, obviously, but there are some young men coming in here. Joe Valeno, for example, just 15 years old, is going to be on this team this season. And when you get a chance to sit with those guys and some of the other guys around the room and them looking at you as a National Hockey League player, what do you tell them? What kind of advice would you give to them?
I'll try to just show them by example, like just little details of the game, what it takes to be a pro. When you come to junior, you don't necessarily know like what comes to be a pro hockey player. It just does not. It's not everything that goes on the ice. You got to be a pro hockey player every day, like the way you eat, the way you sleep, the way you hydrate yourself, the way you conduct yourself, and just little things like that I might tell them.
Simmer, thanks for your time. Congratulations on all your success. Welcome back and enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Thank you, Tim.